Hi Daily, 4th grade scholars. This is Miss Coach. I hope everybody is doing well. In this video, I will be recapping chapters 5 and 6 of Esperanza Rising. The chapters are called Las Guayabas and Los Melones. Also, I will be reviewing your core novel work packet pages 9 through 12 that accompany chapters 5 and 6. So here's the summary for chapter 5. Las Guayabas, which means the guavas. After meeting up with Señor Rodriguez, Alfonso, Hortensia, Miguel, Ramona, and Esperanza, they pile into a wagon and begin traveling to Zacatecas to catch a train to the Mexican border. They're on their way to the U.S. Esperanza was not used to being close to peasants and wasn't used to the dirty, grimy conditions. She was an aristocrat. In chapter 6, Los Melones, which means the cantaloupes. Here's the summary. After Ramona, Esperanza, Alfonso, Hortensia, and Miguel reach the border in Mexicali and pass through, they ride another train to Los Angeles. They are picked up by Alfonso's brother Juan and his wife Josefina, and his children Lupe, Pepe, and Isabel. Before they arrived to Juan's work camp, they pick up a girl named Marta, who quickly becomes enemies with Esperanza. Now, after reading chapter 5 and 6, you'll get your independent study work. You'll open to the core novel section and look for pages 9 through 12. Page 9 will begin with vocabulary. So you have a list A and a list B. Your job is to match list A to its antonym on list B. Now, antonym are words that mean the opposite. So if I say tall, the antonym of tall is short. If I say bright, the antonym of bright is dark. So for A, frail, which means weak, not very strong, you would match it to a word that will mean very strong. All right? Then, after you've matched the words to the antonyms, you'll use words in list A to fill in the blank for your sentences below. There are 8 sentences. Now on the next page, on page 10, there are questions for you to answer. You don't have to write the question, but you must answer the question in complete sentences. Please continue on a blank sheet of lined paper. Remember to title it chapters 5 and 6, Las Guayabas y los Melones. Now remember, the questions for discussions are they're just for discussion. So if you have someone that you can discuss with, you can discuss these parts that happen in the story with them. The literary devices. Again, you will see that the author is using symbolism. And the question for symbolism in chapters 5 and 6 are, what was the symbolic importance of Esperanza's inability to hear the Earth's heartbeat once she arrived in California? She heard it in chapter 1 with her dad or her papa, but now she can't. What does that mean? On page 11, it continues to simile. And here's your example. As they rounded a curve, it appeared as if the mountains pulled away from each other, like a curtain opening on the stage, revealing the San Joaquin Valley beyond. What is being compared? Remember, simile uses like or as. So what are the two objects or items that are being compared? Okay. And what visual image does this create for you? Okay. Answer on the lines. Now, there are some more literary elements. The first one is sensory details. We have covered that in our writing. Right? And so, your job is to use your 5 senses and connect them to what has happened in chapters 5 and 6. Okay? So, list any words that help you visualize with sights. List any words or phrases that help you smell. And list any words or phrases that help you hear for sound. The second literary element is characterization, which is character traits, which we have covered extensively. So here, they want you to reread the section of the story that tells about Miguel and the thieves. Then fill in the chart. So you have Miguel. What was his action that he took in regards to the thieves? And what trait does that tell you about Miguel? Okay. Please come up with at least 3. Okay. Finally, there is a writing social studies connection. Okay. You'll do some research. You may go to Google, and if you do, there's in italicized words, they want you to Google migrant workers Great Depression. And your job is to find out what were some of the hardships in the lives of migrant workers, because this is Esperanza and her mom's life right now. Right? Let's see. Also, do some additional research to learn about the life of farm workers today. Maybe you can compare farm workers during the Great Depression and farm workers today. What problems still exist in the lives of migrant workers? Right? And your final task are your writing activities. There are 2 short writing activities. You may complete that on your lined sheet of paper. Just remember the title, to title it chapters 5 and 6. Okay. All right, that is all for today. Let me know if you have any questions. I will do my best to answer them in the comments below. All right, have a wonderful day.